like to talk to you kids about something. The other day, the producers called me up and they said, "Guess where you're going this week, Michelle? We're going rock climbing for Bolt.net." And I'm like, yeah, right, whatever. Not me, I'm not gonna get up there dangling from some cliff in the sky. And then I started to think about it. You know, Florida is pretty flat, so how bad can it be? So they dragged me out here to Vertical Ventures, and this week, I'm gonna learn how to rock climb. Me. Let's go check it out.
I think she needs to see if we can get
Hi.
Hey Michelle, how you doing?
Very good, and what's your name?
My name's Lauren. I'm the manager here at Vertical Ventures.
Oh, so we're inside now, Vertical Ventures. And what you got there? What's all this stuff?
We got some gear for you here. I know you're going to give this a try in a little while. But basically, we have everybody hook up to a safety harness.
Okay.
The harness here, basically what you do is you step in, you put one leg through here and one through here. You tighten up.
Do that, or?
Oh, you can do that later.
Okay.
But
we'll just pretend.
Basically, the harness will tie you to the rope so that if you fall, you're not going to get hurt.
Okay.
And
so what's this little dude here? What is that for?
Well, it's just a little extra thing in the back to carry some gear.
Okay.
If you're going to go for 3 or 4 weeks, you know, you might want to hang something on the back.
These are handles so you can hold yourself up?
There you go. Easier to get it on. But basically, you got your harness for safety, and we've got some specialized shoes for rock climbing.
Okay, and why are these specialized? What makes these different?
Well, they're a lot tighter than regular shoes, so your foot doesn't turn around in the shoe. If your foot moves in the shoe, you're likely to fall. So these are a lot tighter, and also the bottom is smooth rubber, and it's very sticky, which helps you stick to the wall.
So Spider-Man has a pair of these, right?
Yeah, he has at least 2 or 3.
Okay. Now, you know, some of these shoes inside, though, it looked like their soles were going a different way. Why?
Some of the shoes, the newer versions, are curved to actually have a higher arch like your foot. And basically, that just helps focus the power of your foot more specifically, so you can hang on to even tinier holds with your feet.
Right. Now, you don't just put this belt on and wear the shoes and climb the wall. You're hooked, right, to something?
Right. What you would do is you'd tie up to one of the rope stations here.
Okay.
And this is anchored to the ground. The rope goes up to the top. You're connected to one end, and somebody's holding the rope at the other end. That way, if you fall, they catch you. You never fall more than about 6 inches. So it's really very safe. We also have, on the floor here, if you can see, we have shredded recycled tire, which is
wow. Can you guys see this? Look at this stuff. It's like...
Yeah, it's a great shock absorber.
Oh, you can even see the little threads in it.
Right. That's it. So, you know, get you hooked up into the harness, put on some shoes, tie you to the rope.
And hopefully somebody very strong is at the other end, right?
Hopefully.
All right, do we have anybody that can kind of show us the safety stuff?
I think we do. Our fearless assistant here.
He's fearless. He's strong.
Willing
He's
to risk
safety man.
life and limb is our trusty assistant, D.
All right, and while he hooks up and gets ready to go, you guys watch this.
Favorite movie? I don't think I have one. No.
Favorite movie? Like I said, that's another tough one. I like anything with Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood's my favorite actor. I mean, I love all his Dirty Harrys, and anything with Clint Eastwood in it would be fun to watch.
Recently, I think Braveheart was a great movie. All-time favorite movies. I can't remember half of them, so but Braveheart was an excellent movie.
I guess probably coming from Canada, Slapshot would be the best movie that one of my favorite that we watched on the bus in junior a lot and at home, and that's got to be one of any Canadian boy's favorite movie.
My favorite movie is, I like Shawshank Redemption. That's one of my favorites. Happy Gilmore is always good for a laugh.
Look at him go. Now, why does he have all that chalk on his hands?
Well, chalk, especially here in Florida, helps keep your hands from slipping.
Uh-huh.
The high humidity makes it difficult to hold on. You tend to sweat when you're up that high. You get a little nervous. Looking
Yeah.
down might be a long way.
I think I would sweat no matter where I was.
Yeah.
Isn't he supposed to warn us when he does that?
Now, as you can see, it's real safe. If he falls, we always have him.
Uh-huh.
It's always real safe. And go ahead and take another trip, D.
So can you guys show me how to do that?
Sure. What we'll do is basically, as you go up, you'll notice that Dee's using his feet and his legs to move
Okay.
them up. The hands are really just used for balance.
Right.
And what you try and do is find holds that are comfortable to grip and put your weight over your feet and use your legs to raise you up. It's real important not
Now-
to try and pull yourself up with your hands because you'll get tired real fast.
Right. How is he deciding which footholds to put his
Part
toes
of it,
in? I mean,
part of it's experience,
Uh-huh.
but you know the shoes are made in such a way that you can put your feet on almost anything, and you can actually put your feet flat on the wall, and you can still climb. So
well, how is that? How
well,
can you put
the rubber's so soft and the wall's textured. D, just go ahead and stick your feet right on the wall. Smear a little bit. See? You don't even really.
Spider-Man!
Yeah.
You're Spider-Man!
So it's real easy to climb once you get the basic hang of it. You want to give it a try?
All right, guys, it's going to take me a little bit to get all my gear on and to get my confidence level built up. So while I'm doing that, you guys check in with the master of hockey disaster.
Hi kids, it's time for Tips by Tony, and I'm the referee at this rink today. But it's a little different today because the ice melted, it's all asphalt. Let's make believe it's asphalt. But what we're going to talk about is the difference between ice hockey and roller hockey. This is a skate that you need for ice skating. It's a sharp blade, it's sharpened, and it grinds right into the ice. What you need is a roller blade, good rollerblade skate with good wheels for asphalt or even a wooden surface, wherever you plan to play roller hockey. And this could be in your backyard, it could be in your dead-end street, but don't play in the street unless your mother and father say so. So, a couple of differences in the equipment of roller hockey and ice hockey are the sticks. Sticks come in many sizes and shapes, and what this is, I'll do a comparison. This is an ice hockey stick right here, and this is a worn roller hockey stick. As you can see, the pavement has worn this stick down. It's like a shaving. As you go onto a rollerblade surface, it's like a grinder on your stick. So it's going to grind this area right in here. But on the ice, it just goes right across the ice. It doesn't tear it up at all. The only thing that hurts a stick on the ice is the moisture that absorbs into the wood, and then it cracks and breaks from there. So when you go out and have a rollerblade hockey game, you got to make sure you have the right equipment, and that's this type of stick. It's a fiberglass stick, so you can use it, and it'll grind down to a point where you won't be able to use it, and that's why you have to replace it. So once you get a real bad stick, you just go out, replace it, and make sure you wear your helmet, your elbow pads. Always wear elbow pads, because if you fall, you're going to try and break your fall, and that's the first thing that'll hit is your elbow. You want to wear knee pads, you want to wear shin pads, because when you get the puck shot at you, you want to make sure if it hurts your leg, if it hits your leg, you want to be protected. So make sure you wear as much equipment as you can. All the Tampa Bay Lightning wear all their equipment, so you're going to have to wear it too. So there's a few other differences in roller hockey and ice hockey, and we'll go through those in a later segment.
Well, I've got my gear on and I'm ready to go.
You ready to give this a try, Michelle?
Yes, I think I am, but I want to start really low, okay?
Well, normally what we do is we get people started close to the ground.
Oh, good.
We'll have you do what we call bouldering, which is climbing close to the ground where you don't need to be tied to the rope. Anywhere below the green line you can climb, and it's safe because it's not very far from the ground. So what I'm going to have you do is first put some chalk on your hands. This will help
Okay.
you keep from slipping off.
So does everybody carry one of these little pouches?
Everybody is cool.
Everybody that's cool. Okay, well, I guess I got to get a chalk pouch.
You want to be cool, you got to have some chalk. Okay, and what you want to
Is
do...
that enough? I think I need more chalk.
Okay, you can always have more chalk. You never have too much chalk. Chalk
Okay.
is your friend.
Chalk is our friend.
Okay, great. So what you're going to try and do, remember, is use your feet and your legs to support your weight.
Okay.
Just try and use your hands for balance. Start here and try and work your way from left to right
Okay.
and then maybe work your way back. If you
Okay.
do good at that, we'll give you a chance to go to the top.
All right.
Give it
Let's
a try.
see.
And I'll spot
Okay,
you.
now, and so what? All right, well, I guess I'll just grab whatever I can.
Yeah,
right?
try and put your feet on anything that you can and grab holes that are large and comfortable for your hands. Keep going.
We like these low boulders.
Well, you're doing great, Michelle. Just keep remembering to try and trust your feet and grab onto some big things with your hands. All right, good job. You're almost there. Oh. Good.
Some of these, like, they have like little grooves in them so that your fingers fit right
Yeah,
in.
the holds are designed by people who do nothing but make rock climbing holds for gyms like ours, and they make them in various shapes and sizes to simulate the types of holds that you might find outdoors.
Uh-huh.
You're almost there. Good. Stand up on your left foot. That's it. All right.
I can do this. I can do this. What is that? I think I can. I think I can.
You know you can.
I know I can.
All right, great job. Come on down and we'll send you all the way to the top.
All right.
Awesome job.
So now I get to go all the way to the top?
So you're warmed up now. So
Okay.
now what we need to do is tie you into the rope.
All right, I tell you what though. Before we do that, why don't you guys check in with Hockey 101?
Hi, I'm Brian Bradley with the Tampa Bay Lightning, and with me today are Sean and John of the Suncoast Stars. And today's Lightning tip is passing. Well, today's Lightning tip is passing the puck. And a few things for all you young kids out there: when you're passing the puck, you have to make sure you do. When you're passing the puck or whatever, you have to cup it back and forth. When you pass it, make sure your eyes are on the target. You follow through with the puck with your arms ahead. Make sure your blade is kind of perpendicular, so when you follow through, and make sure you're looking at the target. You don't want to...
Okay, Michelle, here's what we're going to do. I'm
Okay.
going to tie you into the harness, and I'm going to belay you, which means holding the rope for somebody who's climbing.
Okay.
And let you give it a try going all the way to the top.
Okay.
Basically what we do in rock climbing is we tie through this harness
All right.
and make it real safe. And we need a little more slack here.
Okay.
The knots that we use in rock climbing are extremely safe. They're actually knots that tighten when you fall on them instead of getting looser.
Oh.
So while
What's the knot called? Is it
this particular knot is called a figure-8 follow-through,
Okay.
and it's pretty much the universal knot for tying yourself in when you're going to climb. And as soon as I get this tied in here, we'll give you a chance to go to the top. Now, we even tie an extra safety knot on top of this one, just in case anything were to go wrong.
So there's absolutely no chance of Michelle falling.
That's right. We wouldn't want anything to happen to you.
What would happen to Bolt.net? Tony'd have to take over. Oh my God.
Okay. So you're all set.
Okay.
Give me a second to hook up here.
All right.
Okay, as you can
And
see.
how much weight can you actually hold on one of these things? I mean,
Uh,
people are all different sizes.
Yeah,
so-
these ropes will hold thousands and thousands of pounds.
Uh-huh.
They're made specifically for rock climbing. They stretch so that when you fall, they're going to stretch a little bit to absorb the impact so that your body doesn't absorb that shock. But they're not going to stretch so much that you're going to hit the ground.
Okay.
And there's no chance of it breaking. So what I'm going to do is hold on to the rope here. We're anchored to the ground. You're anchored up at the top.
All right.
And you probably want a little bit more chalk.
I was gonna say, can I have some more chalk,
Yeah.
please?
Get yourself a little more chalk, and then what you want to do is just do whatever it takes to get to the top. So try
Okay.
and grab onto
All
the
right,
big
now
holes.
now you were telling me before, are there any particular words, or what do you tell me?
Normally
How do you know
what we do
the-
is we have verbal signals to make sure that everybody's communicating.
Okay.
What we would say is, you would ask me when you're ready to climb on belay, meaning,
Okay.
am I ready to belay you? I would say belay on. When you're actually going to start climbing, you say climb. I would say climb on. And then you go.
Sounds like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures.
And there's one other command that's fairly important. If you fall, say falling.
Fall on! Fall on you! All right.
All right. Remember to use your feet and legs. Good. You're halfway there. That's it, Michelle. A couple more moves and you'll be at the top.
I'm on my way to the top. Maybe. Ting, ting, ting.
Now you probably want to know how to come down, huh?
Yeah, how do you get down?
Well, what you can do is you can hold on to the rope, keep your feet on the wall, actually the rope right in front of you.
This rope?
That's it.
Okay.
And you're just going to lean back.
Uh-huh,
And
yeah,
you got to
right.
trust me.
Trust me, he says.
I got you.
Okay, now what do I do? Just like
Keep
walk
your feet
down?
right where they are and lean back.
Let go of
Keep
my
your
hand?
legs straight. Just let go.
Are you sure?
I am sure. I got
Okay.
you. Go ahead, let go.
Woo!
Okay, now what you want to do is keep your feet high.
Okay.
Keep your feet a little bit higher and just walk down.
Okay.
A little bit. Keep your feet a little higher and straighten your legs. There you go. Right there. Good. Keep your feet right there. All right.
Yes!
Awesome job.
Wow, that was great. Let me out of here.
We did great, Michelle. Awesome job.
Yeah, how long you been doing this?
I've been climbing since I was about 10 years old. I'm almost 33, so that's a little while.
So did you start in just trees, or how did you get into
Yeah, well, I probably started younger than that in trees, and
right.
but I was fortunate enough to live close to a climbing area in Pennsylvania, and then I lived in Colorado for a long time, so I got to do a lot of climbing out there.
Did your parents climb, or,
Nope.
or
No.
you just said, hey, there's a rock, I'm
Yeah,
going to
it's
go
okay
climb
for
it?
Lauren, but we don't want to try it.
Right, right. So where are the best places to climb? And where can you climb in Florida other than here?
Well, you basically can't climb in Florida. Florida is one of the few states that doesn't have any real rock climbing to speak of. So the closest places are in Georgia and North Carolina, and then a lot of times we have our club members take trips to California, Colorado, and some other areas. And that's where the best climbing in the United States is.
So how many people come here on a daily basis?
It varies. Anywhere from, the gym may have anywhere from 15 to 20 people at a time on the slow times during the week. And on the weekends, we may have 40, 50 people in here. Just depends. Yeah.
Well, let's talk to some of the people around here and see what they think about rock climbing.
Sounds like fun.
Right. So how long have you been climbing?
I climbed once in Arizona about a year ago, and I got all excited about it. And so when I moved here from Cleveland, I've just been doing it just about every day.
And why do you rock climb? Why do you like it?
It's the only time when I can really like block everything out of my mind, and all I do is focus on the next hold. And it's exciting, you know. You can't get hurt from falling. It's just, but it's still a rush, you know.
And what's your name?
Delilah Basso.
And how long have you been rock climbing?
About a month now.
A month, so you're a newcomer. Well, I would ask you what your most dangerous rock climb has been, and that it's right there on that wall. So what do you like about rock climbing?
It's a good workout, and you learn a lot of problem-solving skills as you're going up. So you have to negotiate your next move all the time, and you can't spend a lot of time thinking about it. So it's a good sport.
And what's your name?
My name is Rich.
And how long have you been rock climbing?
Here I've only been doing it about 6 times now.
Have you rock climbed anywhere else?
I did a little bit in the military before I came.
And where would that be? Where did you rock climb?
I was up in northern Georgia, up in Dahlonega.
Is that very dangerous up there?
It can be. There's a lot of rough areas, but you've got the people that are belaying you like we are here, so you're protected.
So everybody here told me that I should come talk to you because you were the guru of rock climbing. Is that true?
Well, I don't know if I'm the guru, but I certainly spend a lot of time here. I really enjoy climbing. I really enjoy working out at the gym, and so as much as I can come, I try and come and climb.
So how long have you been doing it?
Really, I started when the gym opened. It opened a year ago in April, so it's been almost a year now, and I usually try and come 2 or 3 days a week, so I try and come pretty often.
How long do you stay when you're here?
A lot of it depends on how tired I am or how fresh I feel. Usually a couple hours, but sometimes we'll stay for 4 or 5 hours, especially on a night like tonight when there's a lot of people here and we're having a good time climbing with all of our friends.
this week's show, kids. Thanks a lot, Lauren. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for coming down, Michelle. You did great.
Had a good time, and I didn't even fall. If I can do it, you can do it. You guys come down here to Vertical Ventures and check it out. And stay tuned for the address at the end of the credits, and don't forget to write in. Take care from Bolt.net. That's a lot to remember.